music is a powerful instrument that can take us back in time, where we can revisit old friends and fond memories. Jill Jordan Burke is a singer-songwriter who hits the high notes with her music and connections at senior communities. Jill is here to remind us that our older friends have many gifts to share. We just need to unwrap them. So welcome to our show.
Hi, Lori. It's a pleasure to be here.
Wow, we're happy to have you. What led you to perform before, in front of senior groups?
My grandmother. She takes the credit. She was at a nursing home after a mini stroke, and she called me one day and invited me to come out and sing for her friends, and I didn't know that they offered such a situation. So my grandmother started it for me.
All right. And you have two missions, I understand, correct?
That's correct. I try to honor at every show our veterans and our military and our grandparents, because they're two groups that are kind of forgotten by our society, and it's very sad. So I try to praise them.
Okay. And you've got some stories about grandparents, correct?
Yes. In my musical journey, especially with the retirement communities, I become very aware of the power of a song. And songs mean so much to each one of us. It doesn't matter what kind of music it is. Well, one day I was singing at a retirement community, an assisted living facility, and after I was done singing, a gentleman came up to me and he said, "Jill, the next time I'm here, you better sing my song, my favorite song by my guy." And I said, "Who's that?" And he said, "George Jones." And I said, "Well, what is the song?" And he said, "He Stopped Loving Her Today." So just then a woman walked up to me and said, "Do you know who this gentleman is?" And I said, "No." She said, "Dick Logan. He played for Ohio State, and so did his son, Jeff." So I said, "Well, my gosh, that's amazing. It's an honor to meet you." Well, he told me that he loves to discuss country music, and I said, "Well, I have a son that is a quarterback, and he wanted to play for Kent State." And he said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you my phone number, and I want you to bring your son to come see me, and we'll talk football and country music."
Wow.
So right then, he took my number, called me right there, and so he said, "Let me know when you want to come back." So as soon as I got in the car, I called my dad and my brother and my husband and my son and told them about Dick Logan. And so they were all impressed. Well, I got home that night and I thought, there's one more phone call that I want to make. I want to call Dick and thank him for his kindness. So I did, and it went to voicemail. And I said, "Dick, I'll have that song for you the next time I'm there, but I should have asked for your autograph," because I found out that he also played for the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. So a couple weeks later, I got a phone call, and it went to voicemail, and it was Dick Logan's grandson letting me know that Dick had passed away. And they heard my voicemail, and they wanted to know what his favorite song was.
Oh, my goodness.
I told them, and they asked me if I would sing that at his celebration of life. So I have to tell you what an honor it was to be amongst all of his colleagues and fans and the young people that he had touched through the years and mentored. They all showed up, and I got to sing that special George Jones song for Dick Logan.
Wow,
so
what a great connection.
It really was. The power of a song. So I met a great family. His family was so welcoming, and I just was honored that I got to do such a thing.
So aside from his favorite song, what are the most popular songs that you get requested for?
Number one, Patsy Cline, "Crazy." It is amazing. I mean, I love Patsy Cline, and that is my favorite Patsy Cline song too. But wherever I go to set up, it never fails. Someone brings up that song. And recently I read that it was the identified as the #1 jukebox song of all time.
Wow,
so
okay.
That one, and then for veterans, there is a #1 most requested, and that's Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World." And I asked why, and they said because that song came out during their time of service for so many veterans, and they all can identify back to those memories of when they were serving our country.
They're very at their proudest, probably.
Exactly.
So. And you have a new song coming out on Mother's Day.
Yes, I'm very excited. It's a song that has a great message, and that's what's most important, not the singer, but the message. So I'm very excited, and people can look it up on my Facebook page, my public Facebook page, and find that song. And hopefully they'll hear it on the radio, too.
We hope so. All right.
Yes.
If you're looking to compose a positive message for your senior group, give Jill a call. Her information is next. And my thanks for Jill for joining us today. Thanks.
Thank you, Lori. It was my honor.
For more information about Jill Jordan Burke and her music, log on to www.facebook.com/JillJordanBurke.com.